and welcome back to another story time with the Children's Museum of Cleveland. Today we are celebrating Earth for Earth Day, so let's jump right in. Our first book is called All the Water in the World by Geroge Lyon and Katherine Tilloton. All the water in the world. Is all the water in the world? Water flows from the hose. It wobbles in blue pools. It fills your cup up. But where does it come from? Water doesn't come, it goes around. That rain that cascades from the clouds and meanders down mountains and wavers over waterfalls, then slips into rivers and opened into ocean. That rain has been here before. Thirsty air licks it from lakes, sips it from ponds, guzzles it from oceans, and the wet air swirls up till it crowds into clouds where it hangs hotly around, till the cool air bumps through, and honey, those clouds just let it go, and rain, rain, rain. Tap dance, avalanche, stampede of all drips and drops and drumming, a wealth of water. But far away, it's a different day. No sound but wind, empty cup again. Dry grasses rustle, dirt's just dust. Everything waits for an open gate in a wall of cloud for rain sweet and loud to fill the well and start the stream. Honey, living things dream of water. For all to drink, use in a tub or sink, wash in and splash in. This wet wonder means grow, means life will flow, through tigers, through trees, through you and through me. All together now, all so precious, do not waste it, and delicious, we can taste it. Keep it clear, keep it clean. Keep Earth green. The end. Our second story for today is called Up in the Garden, Down in the Dirt by Kate Messner and art by Christopher Siles Neal. Up in the garden I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds, my head full of dreams. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants and mud sticks on my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. What's down there, I asked. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world. Earthworms and insects digging and building, stirring up soil. They're already working down in the dirt. Up in the garden, we snap brittle stalks, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. Down in the dirt, pillbugs chew through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plaited suits of armor, roly-poly round. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We'll plant them down and snuggle in the dark. Down in the dirt, a tomato horseworm rests waiting for wings, and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout, pea blossoms bloom, wasps are on the prowl, and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. I weed and wilt in the sun so strong, Nana looks for shade. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp dark. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Eee! I hide behind cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep, roots drink it in, and a long-legged spider still walks over the stream. Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. Nana crunches on green beans. I bite a ripe tomato, warm from the sun. Juice dribbles down my chin. Down in the dirt, a robin finds a cricket, a beetle, a grub. Slugs are scrumptious too. Up in the garden, we pick chooks and zucchinis, harvesting into the dark. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuggle and sniff and gobble cutworms while I sleep. Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays the aphids, and I'm after a grasshopper, ready to swoosh. But snap! Someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on supper. Up in the garden, the wind grows cool. Pumpkins blush orange. Sunflowers bow to September. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her webs, stands by silken strand. She munches on moths tonight. Up in the garden, color leaves litter the squash vines, and we know cold is coming. Hurry, hurry, and harvest. There's enough for the neighbors too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're storing food for colder days ahead. Up in the garden, frost draws lace on leftover leaves where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for warm to return. We wave goodbye and spread the winter blankets. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow, ants scurry home. Earthworms curl tight in the dark. When Grandpa calls us in for soup, an autumn moon is rising. Up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble and the leaves smell like winter. But the long, ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and bumblebees, earthworms and ants all hunker down, hiding, biding their time. Dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts. Under the bare arms of the trees and blankets of snow, a whole new garden sleeps, down in the dirt. The end. Our final story for today is called In the Pond by Anna Milbourne and Matt Russell. Down at the pond on a bright spring day, two swans glide gracefully along, and a duck turns tail up, dabbling for pondweed. Lots of little jelly eggs are floating in the water. The eggs have tiny blobs inside. What will they become? As days drift by and blobs start to grow, they get bigger and bigger. Each one becomes a tadpole. The tadpoles wiggle out of their eggs and squiggle swim away. As the last tadpole shivers free, a huge dark shadow looms above. Suddenly, an enormous fish swishes down. Its toothy jaw gape open. Snap! The little tadpole wiggles away just in time. The days grow warmer still, and spring slips into summer. Shimmering dragonflies dart around, and the pond skaters tiptoe carefully across the water. Over the reeds, there's a peep, peep, peep. One by one, 6 fluffy ducklings plop into the pond. They paddle in a bobbing line behind the mother duck. Some stop to stare at butterflies, then rush to catch back up. Under the water, the tadpole is changing. He grows tiny legs at the back and front. His wiggly tail shrinks and shrinks, and before you know it, he turns into a frog. He hops around, exploring the sunlit pond. A teeny tiny fly flies by. The hungry frog rolls out his sticky tongue. Gulp. With a hop and a splash, he dives back into the cool water, kicking his wide-webbed froggy feet. He quickly swims away. If you come back to the pond one bright spring day, you might find a lot more jelly eggs and the frog, all grown up, singing his croaky song. The end. Thanks for joining us for our Earth Day story time. We hope to see you guys again soon. Bye. For more programming like this, see cmcleveland.org.